With only one hand on here, I feel a little bit of shake, so 2 hands at high speeds with this thing. Let's talk about what I would change on the bike or what I don't like about it. Starting off with the fenders up here, they're metal. I'd rather have a nice just polymer plastic fender on there, or rubber fender or something. In my opinion, it's going to make noise. In fact, I'm already getting some clanks on the rear one, I think because maybe the shock a little bit, but the single-sided chain ring could be an issue. I've seen a couple. I know Alex on his video, the chain came off. Not much clearance back here at all, really small clearance, so I couldn't even find a 56 double-sided chain ring on Amazon anyway, even if I wanted to put it on, so that's the problem. The Sarah derailleur back here, again, was bent out of the box, and it's working fine now, but yeah, wasn't crazy about that. I've got a new freewheel 1134 he sent me. What else? The handlebar system here, you know, it's not for everyone, I don't think. And when I first saw the bike, I thought it was kind of weird with that adjustable stem there. So I'm going to put a hard one in, just a regular, kind of a taller one there. Maybe get some different bars that are rounded on the bottom, just for a smoother, cleaner look. I throw a bag on front, so that helps as far as just cleaning up the look a bit. If you want to do that instead, you can. These handlebars are pretty tall off the ground. I see they're a good 48 inches at least, something like that. I think on the website it said maybe 49, but this is a power performance e-bike, guys. But I paid money for this, $2,800. Shipping is going to take a while. The pre-orders are open. I think it says you have to pay $300 up front, and then the rest 7 days later. And it's going to take 1 to 2 months roughly.
You have on here, you have your turn signals as well as your horn, as well as your light switch. So that is there as well. There are no battery monitoring metrics on there, so keep that in mind. But you do, I believe, have other sensors off of the motor itself. So these are very fine wires, so you're going to want to look out for that. I believe this is one of the earlier models, and they will be moving towards cleaning this up as necessary in the future. So just keep that in mind. But very nice indeed. Torque sensor and cadence on this bike that allows you to utilize it to your preference, which is good for a guy like me. But I have to tell you that with these Bethang controllers, I am fast becoming a torque sensor guy. Now that may change with the size of the bike at 20 inches, but we shall see. So here are your phase wires for your motor, and they are covered with this plastic covering. Now they say this thing on the Magicians is, it's got an IPX rating of proof, but this does not feel waterproof to me. And I'm not sure if Escape has advertised it as such, but there's never a point in time when you would find me risking that with my e-bikes regardless. So keep that in mind as well. If you guys are thinking you want to waterproof something, you're going to need to come up with some concepts and ideas. You would have to seal out this compartment along the edges. There's also a hole in the bottom, but it's a nice vent. You don't want to just seal off your bike and then forget that you've done it and then suddenly have to come back and deal with some problems, especially as it is due to moisture. It's XT60s for your connectors here. That is pretty common. That's definitely something that I would want to see. And then, as I was telling you before, coming off of the balancer, and you see it right there, it says out Now that out is actually here to the controller, and those two controller pins are screw mounted to the Bafang controller. So a little bit different than plugging straight into an adapter. If I was doing a mod and I had no other recourse, I would probably just cut these ends off and then modify and put XT90s on the other end for it. Definitely don't want to mess anything up as we're pushing it back in. There we go. Felt like a good seat right there. Go ahead and get these wires on back inside. And there they go. So that'll sit flat